Welcome to Sinan Energy. Before we talk about the three trends that are converging to have a significant impact on global markets, a quick reminder of the Sinan Energy token sale, which will occur on the Copper Launch platform on the 13th of January 2022. This is the first in global markets and represents the tokenization of carbon credits from renewable energy source all the way through to crypto markets, allowing investors, individuals and corporates to participate in this high growth asset class, an asset class that has seen phenomenal growth over the last 12 months and is likely to see much higher growth as companies and governments race to net zero targets for 2030 and for 2050. Trends. These trends are converging to create a unique investment opportunity. The first of these trends is decentralization. This refers to the miniaturization of capability, increase in functionality, and reduction in price. We saw this decentralization phenomenon occurring in the IT industry when personal computers and laptops replaced cumbersome old mainframe computers. Similarly, in the telecommunications industry, you saw cellular operators replacing fixed line operators, cell phones replacing the old fixed line end user equipment. In the energy industry, you now have customizable power plants that can be built on site with increased functionality, allows the user a great deal of control, and provides tariffs that are cheaper than centralized utilities can provide to the end user. This is a sea change in the energy industry, and one that has far-reaching consequences, and one that is occurring across the globe. The second major trend is the drive to net zero. This refers to the carbon emission reduction targets that most companies, most governments, most institutions have adopted, and that is partly stewarded by the United Nations. These companies have agreed to a set of targets, interim targets by 2030 and immovable targets by 2050. Of course, these companies are not able to just switch off their existing supply chains and their existing sources of energy. So what they would need to do on their journey to becoming net zero is carbon offsetting and acquiring carbon credits. This leads to a great demand for carbon credits, and of course any entity like renewable energy utilities that provide carbon credits are well positioned to meet this demand that the drive to net zero is creating. Third major trend is the one of tokenization and decentralized finance. What tokenization does in the context of the drive to net zero and in the context of decentralized energy is it shrinks the supply chains, it removes intermediaries, and it allows greater integrity and greater accountability and greater governance of issues like carbon credit management. What that means is that individuals and anyone seeking to acquire carbon credits and offset their emissions will have a lot of trust in the carbon credits that they're acquiring, the source of those carbon credits, and the certification of those carbon credits, because those will all be recorded immutably in the blockchain platform utilized by Sinan Energy, for example. Second thing that DeFi does in the context of these three trends is it allows investors and institutions to participate directly in the carbon credit market from renewable energy source, all the way through to the end user or to the trading markets. And again, this is enabled by a blockchain platform that Sinan Energy utilizes, by tokenization, and by the tools and instruments that decentralized finance affords an entity that is built on this platform. So these three trends, decentralization, the global drive to net zero, and tokenization and decentralized finance, provide this opportunity for individuals, institutions, anywhere in the world to participate in the carbon credit market.